Yes. Okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye. Meghna?
Before reciting the Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the very means of contrast, one should offer the respectful obeisances unto Narayan.
Srila Narayan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Narayan Rishi, the Supreme Human Being. Mother Saraswati, the Goddess of Learning, and Srila Vyasdev, the author. Shrinvatam Svakata Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtana Radyantastoya Bhadrani Vedunoti Sahitsatam. Shri Krishna, who is the Paramatma, the super soul in the heart of each living entity, and the benefactor of the truthful devotee, cleanses the heart of material desire of the devotee, who has developed the urge to his messages, which in themselves virtuous, when properly heard and chanted. Nashta prayeshva badreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavati utamashloke bhaktir bhavati naishtaki. By regular hearing of the Bhagavatam, by rendering service unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and by rendering service to the pure devotee, I should say, almost all that is troublesome to the heart is completely destroyed in love of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is praised with transcendental songs, established as an irrevocable fact. So, we're going to just do very short. Srila Prabhupada wasn't around during this, so I will skip the purport for this part of the Bhagavatam. This is in the 11th canto. I learned this verse the other day, and I've already told a few of you, like Meghna, I think I told you this verse. It helps me practice when I tell people verses. I'm like, hey, you. So, but this is actually a very good verse because it's giving the juxtaposition of what the human life is really meant for and then what most people are actually doing instead. And because we care about you, everyone here, we don't want you to do the thing that you shouldn't do, which the subject, the theme is killing one's soul. Who wants to murder their soul? Nobody. But actually most living entities, when they get the human form of life, they murder their own soul. And it's very difficult to do because we're watching all of human society. It's like a whole soul suicide. Everyone's jumping off the cliff. But they're just jumping back into samsara for who knows how many more lifetimes until they get something. So anyway, before I begin, I offer my humble obeisances and respects to my Diksha Guru, Shamakrishi Maharaj, unto the many Shiksha Gurus in my life. Even today, while here, we're very honored to have Prem Prayojan Prabhu. And even in a few days, we'll have Bhakti Swarup Sridhar Maharaj. We have so many really wonderful personalities who have been coming here and helping us. I offer my obeisances to all the Vaishnavas. I offer my obeisances to our Guru Parampara. And we got to actually offer them flowers when we do the Guru Vandan prayer, so it's nice. It's a physical representation of what we should be feeling in the heart, and I'd love to be able to wholeheartedly feel that. So then we'll just chant the standard Mangal Charan that we usually would do before an ISKCON Bhagavatam class. So maybe all together. It might be here somewhere. Maybe if you want to find it, you can find it, and everyone can chant. But we'll all start. Om Jnana-timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurumilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Svayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Svapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Tapadakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagajatam Saganaraganam Anvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sagalalita Shri Vishakhanvitam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari
Rishabhami Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyo Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desha Tarine.
Okay. So this is a very nice verse. And if you learn this verse, you can always be reminded what the whole point of existence is. Because we forget all the time. Actually, Prem Prayojan Prabhu, he was explaining how we forget. We make some offense to the Vaishnavas, and then next thing we know, then eventually we disrespect a guru in our life, and then next thing you know, we get bad association. That's our reward for being disrespectful to the Vaishnavas and guru, and then we get bad association, and in bad association, then we get obliterated by material nature. And we fall down into all kinds of unfortunate circumstances and do all kinds of unfortunate things. Maybe you guys have experienced this before. So this is kind of explaining what we should do instead. So repeat after me. Nirdehamadyam sulabam sudurlabam Plavam sukalpam guru karnadadam Mayanukulena nabasvataritam Puman bhavabdhim nataretsa atmaha. Alright, so I'll kind of try and explain this a little bit. The translation is: the human body, which can award all benefit in life, is automatically obtained by the laws of nature. Although it is a very rare achievement, this human body can be compared to a perfectly constructed boat, having the spiritual master as the captain and the instructions of the personality of Godhead as favorable winds impelling it on its course. Considering all these advantages, a human being who does not utilize his human life to cross the ocean of material existence must be considered the killer of his own soul. So this kind of is explaining the need for a couple things. What to use this human body. Nirdeham, the human body, the human form of life. Nara, human. Deham, the human body. Adyam is the source of all auspicious qualities. So you actually have a great opportunity. You have a human body. Better than a dog body, better than a tree body, a grass body. Depends. If you're in the Dham, then all these bodies are actually better than the human body. But since we're not in the Dham, best body. And Sulabam, we actually easily got it. We don't even know how we got it. You know, it just kind of came to us. We don't remember how did we earn this? It kind of just came. It just easily is like, oh, I'm a human. Wonderful. But Sudurlabam, it's actually quite rare. Look at the 8,400,000 species. Only 400,000 of them are human beings. You know, only or humanoid types. So it's really actually quite rare. And if you think about how many species you can be in and the evolution as you go through each type of species, who knows when next time you get such a good opportunity. So then Plavam. What is the human body? It's like a boat, a Plavam. It's like a nice boat. Sukalpam, and it's very well designed actually. It's really, really well designed. But it needs something. Guru Karnadaram. So guru, you'll need a spiritual teacher, someone who is advanced. And there's the Bhagavatam actually, it's not just like, oh, I'll get initiated, it's over, I just got initiated, I'm fine. He took my karma, everything is there. Yes, he's initiated the process, but initiation means to begin. You've begun the process. But actually what needs to happen is Guru Karnadaram, meaning Karna is the ear. He will take the ear and he will both chastise you through the ear, and he can also grab the ear and he can twist the ear and pull you along where you're supposed to go, navigate you. So that's actually what this human body is for, to find a spiritual master who can navigate us. And then Maya Anukulena, how is he navigating us? Through the Krishna speaking this. Maya means me. Anukulena, through favorable remembrance of Krishna. What's the exact thing here? With favorable, anukulena. Favorable remembrance of Krishna. Understanding, favorably thinking of Krishna. Always think of me, become my devotee. It's said in Bhagavad Gita. So this is how the Guru actually guides us, by reminding us of Krishna actually. Not saying, oh, me, me, me. He's saying, Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. I'm the servant of Krishna, you're the servant of Krishna, this is what we have to do. Serve the Lord. So, nabasvataritam, this is kind of poetry. Nabas, what's the exact word is nabasvata, which is like the winds. Iteritam, being propelled by those winds. That's what's actually going to push. The Guru he's sailing. He's like steering, but anyone who's sailed would know you can't sail alone. You need favorable winds. If you have unfavorable winds, you're not going anywhere. You're going to go somewhere completely else. So the favorable winds are remembrance of Krishna, and that's how he's steering. He's reminding you, Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. And that will push us forward. Nabasvataritam. But what's actually happening instead? Puman, such a person, us. Bhavabtim, in this material ocean. Nataret, who does not cross. Sa'atmaha, they are the killer of their own soul. So many of us have so many, Prabhupada Prabhu was nicely saying, he has so many ulterior motives. Even in bhakti, we get in. Actually, everybody at the Kanishta beginning stage has some ulterior motive why they're practicing bhakti. Krishna kind of has to trick you into practice bhakti to get, much deeper into it. But in the beginning, we're all coming for all kinds of things. In Bhagavad Gita, it says, what are the 4 reasons why someone comes to Krishna? Yes, I'm distressed. Help me. Free me from my suffering. Help me. Then what's the next one? That's the following one. But yes, you could be curious. Well, what's going on here? What's going on in this world? Why? That's a good one. But even before that, wealth. I need something. I need, I'm just distressed. But the other thing, also often a cause of our distress, is we need this. I need this to work out. I'm in all kinds of rough situation here. I'm broke. I don't know how I'm going to make it. Then we turn to Krishna. And then Tanmay or Tulsidas, he was saying to be inquisitive. What's really going on here? And then finally, this is the best one, the Jnani, who is actually pursuing the truth. But even that's still a material motivation. For whatever reason, they want to acquire knowledge for their advantage and their advancement. No one's really interested yet in serving Krishna. But this is ultimately what's happening. But if we use this human body, which is such a rare, such an auspicious opportunity, as it's well designed to do, to be about to cross over this material existence. How? Through a spiritual instructor. Through Guru Karnadaram. You have multiple tiers of Guru. You have the initiating Guru, but the Bhagavatam is always primarily, as Prabhupada Prabhu was saying, even if you say your Guru, he leaves this world. Keep going, find another Shiksha Guru, take better instruction, keep going. Keep utilizing the body to keep moving over this material existence. If you're not out of material existence yet, get instruction. So, Guru Karnadaram, that's what this body is for. And ultimately it's going to lead you to Krishna. Your gurus will lead you to Krishna. So, when your guru is not around and he's given you some instruction, he's given you maybe some realm of sadhana you could live in, okay. I'm going to hear about Krishna. I'm going to follow Krishna's instructions. I'm going to know anything favorable towards Krishna I'm going to do. I'm going to serve Krishna in the temple. I'm going to do this, that, and the other for Krishna. There's so many ways you can serve Krishna. But always favorably thinking. This is what bhakti is, right? Anyabhilashita shunyam, jnana karmadidamritam, anukulyena krishnanu, shilanam bhaktir uttama. So anukulyena, it has to be favorable towards Krishna. Not like, oh, Krishna, you rascal, I'll give you, I'll give you what you want, but only because you're a dictator or something like this. No. But actually we can be like that. We can get like that, okay? Like in the beginning of Vaidhi Bhakti, you can kind of be like that, where you're so fearful of Krishna's punishment that you just like, okay, I'll do it, I'll follow the scriptures, I'll do like that. But actually, the whole thing is, Uttam Bhakti, or pure Bhakti, is always favorable. Always with a favorable disposition to Krishna. So this is the propelling winds. Favorable disposition to Krishna, favorably thinking of Krishna. What do they translate it out here? They said the instructions of the personality of Godhead are the favorable winds. So taking Krishna's instructions, hearing from Krishna. Oh, is that Pavan?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So very good. So we'll have to summarize the verse one more time, but we're just about to end actually. So, Puman bababtim nataret sa'atmaha. Nataret, if you don't use your body to cross over this material existence, you are the killer of your soul. And you're ultimately, we're fools. It's very, you don't want to be mean, but it's true, we're fools. If this is how we use our body to just try and enjoy. There's another verse that kind of coincides with this verse. And it goes, Labdvam sudurlamam idam bahusambhavante manusyamarthadam anitya apihadiraha turnam yateta napated anumrityu yavan nishreyasaya vishaya kalusarvatasya. Almost. That's nice too. But what that means is labdvam, we've obtained sudurlabham, which is very difficult to obtain, very rare to obtain. Somehow we easily obtained it, but it's very rare. Labdam sudurlabham idam bahusambhavante. After many births, we actually got this human form of body. You don't know how many births you've done, all kinds of different species. Manushyam arthadam anitya apihadirha. Even though this is an anitya, it's a temporary situation, it actually has the topmost value. Actually, this human body, the topmost value. Why in this verse? Because actually you can cross over the material existence with it. So the dhira, or the wise person, he turnam yateta, he's immediately will make endeavors to cross over this. Turnam yateta napated anumrityu yavan. But we're subject to death, and we're anu. We're so small. So what do we do instead? Well, what we really should do is nishreyasaya. We should absolutely endeavor for the absolute perfection. We have to endeavor for perfection. Why? Because vishaya, sense gratification, which is what everyone else is doing instead, trying to, get enough pleasure of the senses, eating, sleeping, mating, defending. That's also, it goes into your work, securing a good position for yourself and all these things. That's available in any species of life. Pigs do that. They eat, they sleep, they have sex life, and then they get their nice little pen or this, and they try and, make their nice arrangement in their pig pen. Just like we do. We got our nice little house and our job and our nice little family. And yeah, I've got a pretty good arrangement here. No, it's available in all species of life. A dragonfly, a pig, an elephant. Yeah, they all have their different versions of doing this. But actually, crossing over this material existence, extricating ourselves from this human, from the bhavabtim, the ocean of material miseries, only available in human form of life. Only the human being can philosophize. Only the human being. Another verse we did yesterday. Do you remember this? Tarkanath did. Tasmad gurum prapadyeta. what did it say? This is the important part. Jigyasu Shreya Uttamam. You would surrender unto a guru. To get a captain. Remember the first verse. This body is meant to be Guru Karnadara. It's meant to be guide through the ear of the guru. This is what the human body is meant for. Jigyasu Shreya Uttamam in this verse means if one is actually inquisitive, what is the topmost good in my life? Most people aren't interested in the topmost good. They're interested in Vishaya. How can I get some sense gratification? That's very foolish, actually, because you can get that as a pig. A pig can get sense gratification. Actually, he gets better sense gratification than you. You have to cook so nicely, and hey, we're so particular how we eat. Maybe it has to be just like this, or maybe just like that, and then maybe we can get some enjoyment. A dog can poop on the ground out there, and a pig goes out. Ooh, you get so much enjoyment in eating crap on the ground. Yes.
When you're talking about the pig, I was thinking, you said the mud, I was thinking, the pig enjoys rolling in the mud.
Oh, yeah.
He enjoys living in the mud.
That's right.
It makes him feel good.
Yeah, we get muddy, we're in like a misery. We're like, oh, God, I can't believe I'm all dirty. Right?
That's his home.
Sometimes, we fall in the mud and we're like, oh my God, but the pig's so happy in the mud. So are elephants, they love to get all dirty and things. Animals are like that. But in this verse, Shabde Pare Chanishnatam, that we did yesterday, somebody who's familiar with the transcendental sounds, somebody who is, like for instance, Prem Prayojan is just brilliant. A river of transcendental sounds are just flowing out of him. So he's familiar with this pare, this topmost sounds, and he's fully conversant, Chanishnatam. And then Brahmanyupashamashraya, he fully fixed in Brahman, fully fixed in the absolute truth, the spiritual nature of things. Upashamashraya, he takes shelter in detachment from the material world. Oh, recognizing, this sense gratification, nonsense, what a waste of my life. All of this, just completely waste of time, waste of life. Such a person, they can guide us. If we're ultimately looking, everyone is interested in Shreya Uttamam, the topmost good. Who here is not interested in their topmost good? Be honest. I'm not. I don't want what's best for me. I don't want what will guarantee me the most happiness. I don't want what will guarantee me the ultimate beneficial part of my life. Who is like that? Madhav's the only honest one. Yes, we're like this actually. But why? Because we don't know what's the utmost good.
We don't think we're like that.
Yeah, we don't think we're like that, but we don't want to think that, but we're quite like that. Because we have no idea what's best for us. But there are people who are free from this material entanglements, all this material illusion guiding us to do stupid things. Really stupid things. Especially the chief is to make the first offense of the holy name, offending the devotees. And the devotees are so forgiving, actually. The devotees are so forgiving. But we will just offend more and more, and then eventually we'll offend our guru. Somebody who's, taught us so much about spiritual life. And then next thing you know, we just glide further and further and further away. So anyway, don't do that. Cross over this material world. Take guidance. Everyone here, we're trying to connect people to bona fide gurus who can help. There's many out there. Not too many. It's quite rare actually, but we know multiple bona fide gurus. We're inviting multiple bona fide gurus here. So take the opportunity to hear. To have some navigation through the ear. Also, there's a famous pastime Prem Prayojan was telling the other day, but I was also reading just a few days before he told it, and then it was reconfirmed. There's a devotee of Srila Prabhupada, Tamal Krishna Goswami, and he was asking, Prabhupada, you say everything is in your books, so why can't everyone just read your books? Why is there need for guru, anything like this? And Prabhupada is saying, yes, everything is in the books, but he reaches across the table, he grabs his ear and he twists it, and says, "Oh," and he pulls it. He said, but the books cannot do this. Actually, that's what we need. We need someone who will navigate us through the ear. In both ways, chastising us, telling us the absolute truth, and if they have to, pulling our ear. And what are you doing, you dummy? Like this. Maybe a guru, a bona fide guru, will be much more elegant in their speech. But who knows? He's allowed to also call us a dummy. That's all right. Krishna actually he told Arjuna, "You're speaking like a fool. You're speaking like a learned man, but actually, no, you're not at all." So like this. So don't think you're actually one of the main instructions Prabhupada Prabhu gave me. As I was doing Smishta Goshti, I was giving as many questions as I can while we had the rare opportunity to just sit with him for some hours. And one of the conclusions I received from my questions is trying to use my logic and my reasoning and all of the the ascending process, all the tools that I've somehow gathered in this material world to kind of better navigate me. But actually, this is a movement of grace. This is a movement of mercy. This isn't a movement of making advancement on your own. If you're trying to make advancement on your own, if you've got all kinds of plans for your own advancement, you're actually a fool. Because we don't know our ultimate good. So anyhow, maybe one more time we'll chant this verse, just so Pavan can know what the original subject matter. Nirdehamadhyam sulabam sudurlabam Lavam sukalpam guru karnadada Mayanukulena nabhasvateritam Puman bhavabdhim nataretsa atmaha. Again, nirdeham, the human body. Adyam is the source of all auspicious results. Sulabham, you easily got it. You don't even remember how you did it, but here you are. Sudurlabham, but it's very rare. Plavam, it's like a boat. Sukalpam, it's very well designed. Guru Karnadaram, to be guided by a guru, guided by a captain through the ear. Main thing, you have to come and you have to hear. That's the process. You have to hear from the guru. You have to take instructions, chastisement from the guru. Even sometimes the pulling of the ear. Physical chastisement might also be there. And then Mayanukulena, how is he guiding you? Through favorable remembrance of Krishna, through favorable instructions of Krishna. Nabhasvateritam, this will be your favorable winds that will push you forward. But, Puman, such a person, Bhavabdhim, who in this material ocean, Nataret, does not cross, Sa'atmaha, they kill their soul. And they wasted it. They wasted their golden opportunity. They got a golden ticket. It was so rare. You hit the lottery. You got a human form of life, and you wasted it. 99.9% of people waste the human form of life. Make very little spiritual advancement. Don't be that. Don't do it. Understand what's the actual importance. We're having a great bhakti festival. We've had the association of wonderful devotees the past few days. And some of you really took the opportunity. Like Jagadish, for instance, really took the opportunity. We've seen him every day. He's coming here, really trying to take the opportunity. Even Prabhupada Prabhu was so impressed with Jagadish, he garlanded him after the class. Some take the opportunity. Many others, some other things come up in there that will ultimately kill their soul. Prabhuji, I've got this, that, and the other thing. I have to make my mother a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. My friends down the street, there's a party going on. Much more important than associating with someone who could help us cross over the material existence. This is the type of foolish mentalities we have. I have this very important work. Sometimes you have to, in order to preserve your life, your spiritual life, you have to do things. Even myself, I made obligations, and who knows, maybe, the right thing to do is to skip it. On Sunday, I have to miss Sunday. But I gave my word that I would be there for an event for a friend. So it's like hard. But if I was even more committed, I probably could just leave that behind. But anyway, at least all the rest of the days I'm trying to, take the opportunity. But anyhow, whatever has happened in the past, you cannot control it. Now you have some control. What opportunity will you take? This is my kind of heartfelt request of you. Are you trying to cross over this material miseries, this ocean here? Do you really want what's, Shreya Uttamam? Do you really want what's good for you? Do you trust the Shastras? Do you think it's all imagination? Do you think that's all, do you think that Krishna and all his advice is just nonsense? If you don't, if you have some faith in Krishna, if you have some faith in his instructions, if you have faith in any spirituality at all, don't be a fool. Take your opportunity, because it's rare. You don't know when you're going to get this again. You don't know when it's over. We could all leave here, get in a car, get on the highway, and something terrible could happen. And we lose the opportunity. So anyway, please take the opportunity, be very grateful that you have the opportunity to even pursue spiritual life, that somehow your consciousness has been shaken and awakened, that you can actually make some advancement. Bona fide devotees, bona fide gurus, bona fide scriptures, you have bona fide guidance. But actually take the opportunity. Don't say, oh, that's all very nice, but, there's a party going on over here, or, New York City, or this, that, and the other thing. Who knows what's going on? Sometimes your job or your dharma is forcing you. Even this Sunday, I really want to take the opportunity of being with everyone, but I made some engagement months, almost a year in advance, and I cannot break my word. Or maybe I can, but I'm choosing not to break my word. It's a lamentable situation. I can experience the mood of separation while I'm over there around karmis drinking and eating meat. And I'm like, it's not what is ideal for my spiritual life. But hopefully I can be of service in some way. But if you have the opportunity, or if you can shift things around in your life to give yourself take the most advantage, do it. Don't be sa'atmaha. Don't be a killer of your own soul. So anyhow, I said this would be short. So I'll end here. Thank you guys for joining. Is there there's no question or anything? You're allowed? No? Everyone is satisfied? Today's Ekadashi. It's an extra special day to get mercy. It's also an extra special day to make offense. So, ideal, you avoid grains and beans, as for many.
What's that term, Kadashi?
Ekadashi it's like the Tithi, it's like the lunar day, and it's actually said to be Krishna's day.
Oh.
And on Krishna's day, it's like hitting the lottery for spiritual activities. When you do spiritual activities on this day, it's like, you're shooting through the roof. But it's also hitting the lottery to accumulate sinful reactions if you choose not to do spiritual activities. So it's actually a greatly fearful day for most people. So ideal thing to do, eat very clean today, or some people don't eat at all. Whatever, or the recommendation, maybe we'll serve out some fruits and nuts here. Eat very simple. Don't take grains and beans. Don't take forbidden items, like coffees and, onions and garlics and things like this. Meat, especially fish, eggs, all these things. And then but the main thing is to do as much spiritual activity as possible. It's our great fortune. There's a retreat in Auburn today. We can all go to the retreat, 5:30 tonight. And there'll be 3 hours in the evening tonight. We can all gather with the devotees and, really, make some advancement, through the grace of Prem Prarajan Prabhu and the gurus empowering him, coming from Krishna. So anyway, we should take these opportunities, especially today. Ekadashi is a very special day, and if you did make some mistakes in your life, then great day to clean up the mistakes. Today is a great day to clean it up. So anyhow, Hare Krishna. Thank you guys. There is breakfast here. Hope to see you all later. And Haribo. Yes. Oh, my phone was dead.
It died like
Yeah.
5 minutes in.
It went dark.
That's why I came home. I showered quick.
Perfect. Oh, thank you who joined online. Hare Krishna.